right of parting.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen
Have you heard?
again?
The right of parting.
Guess we can rest a bit.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen
Have you
again?
heard? The right of parting.
The right
Have
of
you
parting?
heard? The right
Did
of
something
parting.
terrible happen again?
Guess we can rest a bit.
Have you heard? The right of parting.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The right of parting.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The right of parting.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The right of parting.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The right of parting.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The right of parting.
The right
Guess
of
we can
parting?
rest a bit.
Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The right of parting.
The right of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Have you heard?
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting?
Guess we can rest a bit.
Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
Guess we can rest a bit.
The rite of parting? Did something
Have you
terrible
heard?
happen
The
again?
rite of parting. Have you heard?
The rite of
The
parting?
rite of parting.
Did something terrible happen again?
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Have you heard?
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible
You should
happen
really
again?
bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Have you
The
heard?
rite of parting?
The rite of parting.
Did something terrible happen again?
Guess we can rest a bit.
Have you heard? The rite of
The
parting.
rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again? The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen
Have you
again?
heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting?
You should really bring the Knights of
Something
Favonius
terrible
with you
happen
next time.
again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting. Have you heard?
Guess
The
we can
rite of
rest a bit.
parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen
Have you
again?
heard? The rite of parting. Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
Guess we can rest a bit.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
You should really bring the Knights of
The rite of
Favonius with
parting?
you next time.
Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen
Have you
again?
heard? The rite of parting.
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
I wonder how many bouquets
Have you heard?
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Guess we can rest
The
a bit.
rite of parting?
Have you heard?
Did something terrible happen again? The rite of parting?
Have you heard?
Did
The
something
rite of
terrible
parting.
happen again? The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you
The
heard?
rite of parting?
The rite of parting.
Did something terrible happen again?
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
Guess we can rest a bit.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
Have you heard? The rite of parting. Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
The rite of parting? Did something terrible happen again?
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose, I'm about to lose control.
15, 16. That's a nice haul.
Those are new. They added plants. I'm not sure that these were here. Or maybe I'm just silly, but I feel like they weren't there. There's dandelions floating everywhere too. What is this? What is it? But what is it? Invitation of Windbloom. Celebrate, revel in praise of freedom and love. Okay, so now we're all hippies. Wait. Event description. During the event period, participate in Windbloom Festival challenges to win festive tour tickets and peculiar collab coupons, which can be spent at the event shop. During the event period, you can obtain 2 currencies, festive tour tickets, and peculiar collab coupons, which can be used to purchase valuable resources at the event shop. Obtain festive tour tickets by participating in Bullseye Balloons, Floral Freefall, and Ballads of Breeze. Obtain peculiar collab coupons by participating in Peculiar Wonderland. After the event ends, any remaining festive tour tickets and peculiar collab coupons will automatically be destroyed. Oh. Okay, so what's the timing of the event? How long do we have? 16 days? Is that what that says? 16 days, 17 hours. Odd amount of time. So, like, what, you didn't give us 17 days total? Because, like, it only just loaded up half an hour ago. Right on. So we get less time because we're in a different time zone, I guess. Like, the idiocy still abounds. Okay, so we got Mora, crystals, hero. Whoa! What's that? Windbloom Wish. Wish I used bow characters. Using an elemental skill, receive a boon from the ancient roof of the Windbloom, increasing attack by 16% for 6 seconds. No limitation to how often it can happen. Just the timing of your elemental skill. Alright. Right on. Cool. Free bow. The Osmate is just one polearm prototype. Just one. Just replace it with one. Can you give us a choice? How about if we have a choice? A prototype of choice or the said weapon. If you don't want the said weapon, prototype, it will be. How many of them? Okay, go to quest. Here we go, talk to Sarah.
15, 16.
Where's Sarah?
That's a nice haul.
Oh, this is Sarah. That's right.
Hi! Can we help with anything?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry, it's the Windbloom Festival. There's nothing I can hand off to you. Nothing?
What do you mean? Hand off to you? That was a really... You guys really gotta watch your phrasing in English. If you don't understand it, don't use it. That's definitely considered pornographic.
Oh. Let's go ask someone else then.
Yeah, let's. Because she's kind of naughty. Naughty little girl. Marjorie. Whoa! The flowers are different! There used to be 4 little buckets with flowers. Those are windmill asters.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
Yeah, I've already fought him numerous times.
Is there anything here you need help with?
That's a good one. You two helping me during the Windbloom Festival?
Why are you facing the wall? Are you okay?
Huh?
Yeah, like that was my response too, Paimon.
Weird. Let's go to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, but if everybody's gonna laugh at us, I feel like this is like some passive-aggressive like responses to all of our complaints about events and like the lack of content therein.
Catherine, you got any commissions for us?
If she laughs, I'm done. I'm done.
My apologies. During the Windbloom Festival, there are far fewer commissions available. There's nothing I can give to you at this moment.
This is definitely wow.
The Adventurers Guild too? What do we do now?
I think we blow the world up.
Fired?
Let's blow up the world. Blow up the outside. Blow up the outside. Blow up the outside world.
No, Paimon's not giving up that easily. We gotta try again.
We're only like 4 or 5 sentences into this, and I'm already like, you spent all this time to change this stuff right here and that stuff up there, and who knows how many other decorations you added, and you're gonna actually say, well, it was content added. Really, you changed the color of the carpentry going down the stairs, and then put a tree in here with windmill asters on them? I mean, I'm sorry, I had to take my headphones off, smack myself, and pinch myself a couple of times because it kind of felt like maybe I was in a nightmare. I think I still am. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Look at all this decoration stuff for this festival. Like, and then like, bring back the tower defense game. Bring it back permanently.
I wonder who will be offering the flowers this year. Do you have anything you need help with?
You better. You better make us go pick some flowers or something.
Nope.
Ah! Vein in my neck's popping out. Oh, I better calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Heart rate's increasing. Blood pressure as well. Forehead getting warm.
Is that because of the Windbloom Festival? What is that exactly?
You two haven't heard of the Windbloom Festival?
Windbloom. So, some kind of windy flower planting kind of thing?
The Windbloom Festival is a Mondstadt tradition, a festival of love and freedom. It's a time of celebration and partying in the city. At this time of year, we offer windblooms to the great Animo Archon Barbados as a sign of reverence and love. We also give flowers to our beloved, a very important tradition. My shop is bursting with customers every windbloom. I guess it's a nice problem to have. The windbloom is the symbol of this festival, a flower that represents freedom and the spirit of the wind.
So, what does a windbloom look like?
It sounds like that.
That's a long story.
Or like a broken whale.
My grandma said that even she hadn't been born when the windbloom first appeared. It must have been hundreds of years ago. I don't know why exactly, but everyone seems to choose dandelions when they want to give a gift of windblooms.
I'm not giving you any of my dandelions. You can't have any of them. Nope. I'm saving them so I can level up Teen to level 90. And I swear I've given like 12 of them to you in the last 2-3 weeks. So it's really not funny anymore.
So, in other words, for the people of Mondstadt, windbloom means dandelion?
Something like that anyway. At least, that's what we believe in my family.
Your family's weird.
Incorrect.
No, it's correct. Her family is definitely weird.
I heard everything you were saying and couldn't help, but you were talking about windblooms, yes?
Nope, that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about your inability to stay out of a private conversation. Come on, Paimon, no. You can't join us. He's not even a character to even pull for. I don't want Quinn. He better not be on the next banner.
No, I'm just here to set the record straight. Windbloom doesn't mean the dandelion, but the windwheel aster.
Yeah, I knew it was about that one. It's on the tree in the center of town. I get it.
Greetings to you too, Quinn.
Flora, surely there must have been plenty of customers buying windwheel asters from your shop recently.
Uh-huh.
You see? We loyal windwheel aster advocates are upholding our economic duty. The windwheel aster is both a symbol of Mondstadt and an embodiment of the windmill, representing both wind and freedom.
You're gonna make us count the bricks on the windmill, aren't you?
True windbloom.
Is that what you're gonna do? We're counting the bricks on the windmill.
Windwheel aster. Aster, the true Windbloom!
Oh,
Oh? Are you sure about that? Bee! You're here too!
sounds like we're gonna have an argument here.
The Windbloom. Isn't that the Cecilia?
Huh? Really?
Oh? So, a Windbloom is a Cecilia?
Yep.
That's the first I've heard of.
What?
It
Don't
says
be
that they only
ridiculous.
bloom in places where it's windy.
Listen, yes, there may be some controversy over the definition of Windbloom, but it is the widely held belief among the people of Mondstadt that the Windbloom is the Windwheel Aster, not the dandelion.
No,
There's
the
history to
conversation
both
is,
flowers.
do chests
You'd know if you
respawn or
asked
not?
around. And as for the Cecilia,
They
give
do,
me a
Jacob.
break.
They do.
What?
Just dropping the facts over here. No need to look at me like that.
You. Whatever. I'm not talking to you.
Huh? Bee? Weird. What's up with her? Did I say something wrong?
You
Windbloom
sure
is
did.
as Windbloom does. What can I say?
Okay, Forrest. I'm new here. Your local customs are a bit confusing for me.
Stop arguing already!
Maybe I should go and apologize to her after closing.
It's your girlfriend, so you might
I
want
don't
to.
understand why she's upset.
Yeah,
but
most
what
of
I
us
do
don't
know is that I
understand.
will have to apologize
Most
regardless.
of us
That's life, I guess.
don't. Yep, sure
Aw,
is.
Seeing them together like that really gives me that Windbloom feeling. Freedom, the animal Archon, sweethearts.
Yeah, that sounds great and all. But none of you can even agree over what a Windbloom is.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
pretty angry too,
But isn't that
Paimon.
typical of us Mondstadt folk?
Yep.
Well, between the delicious food, exquisite drink, and fresh flowers, Traveler, I hope you get to enjoy yourself during the festival too.
It sounds like such a happy festival. Even if the whole Windbloom thing is still a total mystery. Let's look around and see what this is all about.
What are Windblooms? They're dandelions, of course.
There's no way they're sweeter than the ones I'm already selling.
Today's recommendation is more content. Hey, mama da 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 da. I can't believe they spent all this time on all of this stupid decorations. Why don't you spend a little more time fixing the stuff that's broken since 2 patches ago? This is not the content you're looking for. It's a trap! What? What? Now we got like flags and whatnot. Oh, there's a little pantsless dude. A little gender fluid dude. What's up, gender fluid? How you doing?
Tone Deaf Bard, what are you up to? What's with all the people?
My first question would have been, what's with the tights? I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, trigger initiated. Fruits and wine.
Aha! You're right on time. Take a look at my students. What do you think? Not bad, eh?
I wouldn't go as far as to say that. It's pretty bad. Like, is there a sock in there or something? It looks like a sock. I think you've got a tube sock there. It's a tube sock. Anybody else for the tube sock though? It's a tube sock.
Students? You mean the people anxiously scratching their heads?
Anxiously? Why, these people are deep in concentration, diligently searching for heartfelt rhetoric to convey their romantic affections.
Uh-huh. Seems a bit suspicious to Paimon.
So, I guess you've already found out about the Windbloom Festival then.
Yep.
How are you finding Mondstadt in such a festive mood? Do you like it? Paimon, what about you?
Paimon could be persuaded with some delicious food-related bribery.
I can't though. I want crystals. I want crystals, and I want hero's wit, and I want primogems. Not just 10, not just 20, not just 30. I want like 150 heroes wit. I want like at least a good 400 or 500 primogems, and I'd really like some crystals as well. That would be really cool. Hey, how about a number that goes higher than 10?
I think you'll come around then.
I hate
Speaking
hearing
of which,
people's comments
I'll bet
about,
you
like,
two don't have a
it
lot
really
on your
wouldn't
plate
cost
right
them
now.
too much if they just put some primogems. Like, in a sense that they think that with this not even beta level currency, it actually costs them any money to put some on here. What it costs them is the one guy that they're paying, I don't know, what is it, like 25 pennies an hour to do the programming for it? They have the cheapest labor in the world.
Loafing around all day, no commissions to take or people to help.
Boo-hoo, they're only making 40 grand a year instead of, 350 grand a year like programmers do here in America. Or Japan. Or half of the world besides China. Lowest paying call center job you can get is India. Lowest paying programming job you can get is in China. China.
If you've noticed that, then congratulations! You've taken your first step toward understanding the Windbloom Festival.
No, I have not.
Oh, yeah?
I still don't understand the
Hey,
tights.
why do you sound so
Still
pleased with
don't
yourself?
understand the tights. Now, that I understand right there. That's awesome. She's got her arms folded. He does too. They had a bad date last night. She's like, you need to apologize. He's like, I'm never gonna apologize. She's like, okay, then I'm keeping my arms folded. He's like, wait a minute. Okay, I'll apologize. Wait, no, I won't.
The Windbloom Festival doesn't just belong to the Animal Archon, but to all Mondstadt citizens looking for love.
He's not
Anyone
an
who wants to
Archon.
find love must do everything for themselves over the festive
No.
period.
No, he's not. Look at his braids.
In addition, many people take this period as an opportunity to resolve other matters of the heart. It's not surprising that you two haven't been able to find any commissions. That's just the Windbloom Festival tradition. But don't you worry, you won't feel lonely while I'm around.
Kind of have tempted to, like, roll on his banner because I know I'm not going to get him, so I'll be closer to whatever next good character that comes out. Watch, I'd be the luckiest in the world and I'd actually get him, and I'd be like, what am I going to do with this level 0 character? Oh, I think I'll leave him at level 0. Like, serious? Why would I want to ultimate that, like, lifts things off the ground? I'm a melee guy.
On that note, I think it's about time you two got a deeper understanding of Mondstadt's culture and customs. I need a couple of assistants. What do you say?
I guess so. Give me the 60 primogen, please.
Assistance? What kind of assistance?
See these anxious-looking folks here? They're looking to learn the secrets of love, so they came to me to learn how to compose love poems. I accepted, of course, because I was only too happy to charge a tuition fee.
What? What?
Soon, they'll come to me in turn and pour their hearts out, telling me about their romantic trials and tribulations. Then I'll give them suggestions based on their individual circumstances.
Okay, Abby.
At least, that's what I was going to do. But, having seen you two suffering with nothing to do,
Dear
I think
Abby,
I'll let you
it's a
handle it
newspaper.
instead.
It's a newspaper, like, columnist. Back in the day.
You've traveled far and wide and seen so much, it would be a waste not to put those experiences to good use. They could
called
use your help.
Dear Abby. My boyfriend says that he hates it every time I'm indecisive. No, all boyfriends do. Let Abby correct you. All boyfriends hate it when you're indecisive. All of us. Every single one of us. Ones who don't admit it are cowards.
Ugh, save us the nonsense. You just want to speed up your sales. That
Yep.
desperate for more, huh?
Sounds pretty good. Sounds about right. Oh, how ironic. Not in the least. It's not ironic. It's not even passive aggressive. It's just cowardly. Cowardly. Greediness, cowardly greediness. Oh, you want more content? Okay. Let's see here. Come here, Lana. Lana, you're 5 years old. Come up with some content for this game.
Okay, I think you should run a dating site with all the characters in the game, and then next you should send out coloring books so everybody can color pictures of Noel, because that's how it's spelled, Noel. Noel is spelled with one L. And an E on the end. N-O-L-E. That's Noel.
But he's in an uproar about pronouncing Jing P-U. Xiang Ling. How about Ambeer? AA to her. Jolly. Yeah, the G's silent, dude. The G's silent. Ooh, okay.
There are limited edition wines for sale during the Windbloom Festival. I need every last Mora to make sure I get my fill.
Uh-huh, spoken like a true drunkard.
Did she say druggard? She said druggard. A druggard. I'm taking that and I'm running with it. Druggard. Alright, here we go. Paimon said druggard.